Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Frondscraft. Man, I haven't said that in a while. It's been a little while, has it been? It's been 4 months since the last one. It's been a while. Yeah. So, for everybody who watched, how did you think of the little sneak peek or the little cliffhanger that happened in the last episode? What happened in the last episode? I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, if you haven't watched it, but that officially marks the end of Season 1. And now, you're probably thinking, why did you end Season 1 kind of so early? Well, there's multiple reasons why, but the main reason is probably the most common reason for every Minecraft server not existing. We all got burned out. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We all just got burned out. So, this technically is going to be an official episode of Frondscraft, but it's not. It's basically just like an epilogue, essentially. Like, I'm just gonna go around talking about things, like the things we did in the world, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and then along the way, I'll probably explain some things. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So, as all of you probably recognize, this is my base. This is where I live, obviously. So there are some things to go over. First off, the very first thing I built is the lighthouse. As I said in the actually making this lighthouse video, this design is not mine. I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do with it. Like a lighthouse, and I saw this video. I was like, wow, this lighthouse looks pretty cool. I'm gonna steal it. So that's what I did. However, I said that I'm going to base all of my designs off of this lighthouse design, and that's essentially what I did with the village, which we'll get to in a little bit. But the lighthouse was essentially my house for the longest time. It's got basically everything you need in a house. This was the main part. It was just a bunch of stuff where I didn't really know what to put stuff, like potions, totems and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know where to put any of that. Things to go over first. This is the storage room. This is where I kept everything, obviously. It is kind of organized. Obviously we have the upstairs. The upstairs I didn't really do anything with at all. This is supposed to be a room, and I did nothing with it. The next thing is, I should probably explain this giant pillar of, Alright, next, I should probably explain this giant pillar of copper. So, as I mentioned before in the creative server, I had a giant project that used a lot of copper. And obviously, as you can see, because the copper is still here, I did not do that project. And I will obviously not, because it's the end of Season 1, and this skeleton is annoying the fuck out of me. So yeah, it's just I have a giant pillar of raw copper. Anyways, we should probably get to one of the main stars of the show. My little village. Yeah, it's kind of small. But this is my village that I made. I made this because there was a giant, there's a giant lake here, and I wanted to fill it with something, and I thought a village would be kind of cool. I actually never got to use it. I planned to fill it with villagers, and it just didn't really work out because they kept running away, because this technically isn't a village, and it's kind of very unprotected, so mobs just got in here and just killed them every single time, so I kind of just gave up with that. Obviously, I'm going to just glance over this part because this is probably the most recent thing, but this is my house. My little house. I didn't get to use that much. I organized some chests, which is really nice. And then, I didn't know what to do with this, so it's kind of like a big window. It was supposed to be like a dock, but I decided against it. So, obviously there's the village there now. The iconic stall. Fun fact, in Minecraft, stall is my favorite disc, so, I kind of had to incorporate it into the lore, which was, there's that. Probably the last couple things that we have to go over, just for my area alone, is the horse house, the horse stable. So obviously, again, this wasn't made by me. This was actually made by the same person who made the lighthouse. So yeah, thanks, guy. You're the best. Obviously, use my horse. I made a little pond here, which is nice. And then obviously it led the pond, as you could probably tell in the Halloween episode, which nobody watched. It leads to this place. I actually like this place a lot. Unfortunately, it's not going to be used for anything, but it was a little maze. I don't want to go through it, so I'm just going to go to F4. So it was, you know, it was a maze. And it took me a couple days to make it. And it ended up being easier than I thought. And Jet kind of finished it and won immediately. But yeah, that basically sums up my area. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do with it, and I just ended up not doing. And I kind of wish I did, but you know, it is what it is. I got burned out. So let's I have gotten permission from everyone else, so I can go to their areas. So let's do that. I'm gonna go to Joel's areas first. Obviously, Joel's area begins with the giant bridge, which looks very nice, by the way. Built several horse stables, which a reason you will find out later. However, these also look very nice. There's his little bee house, so you can get like honey, you know, like farm, like nether wart and all that kind of stuff. And then this was his main house for like the longest time. I think it still is, technically. What am I thinking? His bedroom, all that kind of stuff. This little pocket. Oh, it became his enchanting room. That's cool. That was empty for like the longest time. His down floor area, which I actually have not explored because I have not been on in a while, and he hasn't either. So, but apparently it's his storage area, and honestly, it looks pretty fucking sick. Like, he spent a lot of time trying to perfect the his little area. So I'm actually kind of done with Joel's area. Actually, there's not really much to say. It's kind of just short and sweet. Before going to Jet's area, I'm going to show you something else that technically belongs to Joel. So first, fun fact: this entire area, like starting from like the mouth of this like river and going into the sea, is technically my area. Because I was gonna build something big here, and I just never did. So there's that. That's unfortunate. Anyways, we go down here, and it leads to the skeleton spawner. So Joel was trying to also reconfigure the sorting system to make sure to make it automatic. I'm entirely not sure if he did, but I want to assume he didn't finish it. Yeah, there's not much to say about a skeleton farmer. Alright, next area is Jet's area. And I can tell you right now. Jet's area is... It doesn't look the nicest outside, but inside it's kind of nice. So obviously this is from all the pumpkins from the Halloween episode. I think that was the last time we logged on, actually. He logged on, actually. There's a little bridge that he made. So yeah, there's that. It's got like a roof inside of his house. I think that's his trash can. I don't know. Jet typically like lives underground. He never really like lives above ground, or it never makes a house. And if he does, it's like super tiny and like one of those squares, like one of those square houses. Yeah, he doesn't really have too much here. And honestly, that's about it. There's not much to say about Jet's area. So the last place we have to go to is Jake's place. So here we have Jake's place. Obviously, you know, from his videos, which you've seen. Obviously, he lives in a village, so there's gonna be villagers and iron golems here. It's his main living area. It's kind of nice and sweet. Very loud, might I add. So so he has this underground area. I don't really know where this leads. I think this leads to like more storage. I think, yeah, more storage. So you know, obviously he's very organized. He has a lot of stuff. This is the villager trading hall. This is where I'm gonna be honest, it was the easiest way to get experience. So all you do, it's just string everywhere. It's everywhere. string. So yeah, there's that. Ooh, here we have something that Jake made a while back. I think this was one of the last things he built. It is his iron farm. I don't think it's working right now because he turned it off or something, but yeah, there's a lot of iron. I mean a lot. It's kind of self-explanatory what an iron farm is. There is a lot. So yeah, that's just about it. I think that's just about it for Jake's area too. We're gonna head back towards Jet's area, and we're going to show off. As you can see, there, and there, and there. Here we have the shopping district. This is the shopping district. You know, we shop here. There's Jake's traveling cart, which you put a lot of time into. Here we have the rocket shop, which I actually use it quite a bit, and I can see other people did too. This shop is incompleted. It's supposed to be Joel's horse shop, which is the reason why he has so many horse stables, because he was gonna sell horses and, like, you know, other stuff too. And then here we have the main star of the show. Obviously, ta-da, we have my shop. So yeah, I sold Totems of Undying, and yeah, I sell a lot. And obviously, because there's only 4 people on this server, it's kind of hard to sell them. This was supposed to be Jet's shop. This was supposed to be a potion shop, I can recall. Yeah, he managed to finish like most of it, but he didn't finish all of it. Everybody had shops. One final shop that we have is actually another one of my shops that I was gonna have a joint thing with Jake, but we just never got to it. Here we have the Trident shop. As you can probably tell, placeholder. It never came into fruition. It never got off the ground because we got lazy and burnt out. One other place that I would love to show is honestly probably one of my favorite things that not only we did as, like, you know, friends, but, like, you know, just something that I'm proud of. It's not only something that, like, you know, I'm proud of, but, like, it's like something that, like, actually everybody did, like, as a server. Like, everybody was online for it and, like, helped me with it. And it was honestly really nice because, like, that was, like, one of the last moments that we actually, like, did anything together in the server before everybody just got bored. It is kind of far away, so there's that. And here we have, obviously, the Ominous Bottle Farm. This is where I got all of my Ominous Bottles, you know, to do the Totem of Undying farm. This was the last time that everybody just got on the server and helped. They had to clear all of this out, and then help put all of, like, the blocks and, like, filled everything in. It's honestly pretty nice, and I kind of miss it. It was a great time. Something I want to notice: the whale. Shut up. But yeah, this place was very nice, and if we have another server, I'm probably going to do it again. This is one of the things that I would love to do again. The last couple of places that I want to show you is some stuff that we did in the Nether and some stuff that we did in the end. Alright, one little area that I forgot to mention was obviously my Nether portal area. It's nothing special, it's just kind of, you know, it's just my Nether portal. So, yeah. I don't like to go into the Nether because it is quite literally in the worst possible state. The worst possible area. I don't like this place at all. This is honestly probably, like, the worst Nether area, like, we've ever had, like, ever. Like, I hate this place. So Joel made this. He made a little cage for the Nether portal, as you can probably see over there. And this is probably the, oh my god. Oh fuck. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, this is where Joel made his nether portal. He made like a giant chain, and I honestly don't know how he did it without just dying a bunch of times. It's kind of nice. Well, our very last area is actually, as you can probably tell, it's gonna be the stronghold. But before that, something I want to show you like really fast is that this stronghold portal is right next to a bastion, which is really nice. Ta-da! We're in the stronghold portal. Okay, so obviously this is where the portal is, and let's just go in. And as you can probably tell right from the get-go, we tried to make this place look pretty because, you know, the nether, or not the nether, my bad. The end is kind of ugly, and I don't like it. It's kind of boring. So first thing I want to show off is something that I think it was just Jake that made it, but if Joel made it too, then, you know, obviously I have to credit him as well. It is the Enderman spawner, which honestly became a far better Enderman spawner, which became a far better EXP farm than, you know, the villagers. It's kind of loud here, so I'm actually just gonna leave. It's very loud, but you know, that's what we got all of our experience. There is honestly not too much to the end as well. That was like probably like the biggest last area we had. One thing that I did do was I wanted to make this, like, you know, the end kind of like a livable area, like add like little houses. I actually wanted to put like a little pop-up shop in this pillar, but you know, obviously I never did it. The end portal, and it may look nice and all kind of stuff. That's basically all I did. Now that I'm home, that is basically everything that I want to show you guys. So yeah, that was our Frondscraft world for Season 1. There is a lot of stuff that we did right and a lot of stuff that we did wrong. So the stuff that we did right, obviously, was we had fun. And honestly, with Season 1, we kind of focused on story a little bit too hard again. It was a little more chill, but like we kind of focused on it too hard again. And, you know, obviously kind of got burnt out with that aspect as well. So next server will be a lot less story and just playing Minecraft and having fun. So yeah, this is the end of Season 1, and hopefully we will be back for Season 2. Who knows when that will be? Probably when everybody wants to play Minecraft again. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this world. I did as well. And yeah. One last thing that I want to say is that this will be the last Frondscraft video that will be put on this channel. You know, obviously this is like my main channel that I'm gonna be doing for, like, you know, everything. But I want to separate Frondscraft and my stuff. So after all this is done uploaded, I'm going to re-upload everything on a dedicated Frondscraft channel just for myself, and then I'm going to unlist all of these videos. So yeah, that is basically everything from Frondscraft Season 1. This is probably going to be the last time you see this world. It's going to be the last time I see this world too, because it's getting shut down in a couple days because nobody's just playing on it. I just wanted to pump out this last video, and yeah. So I really hope that you all enjoyed all of these videos. Thank you for watching all of these videos, even though they're kind of, you know, small and not really well produced. I'm trying. I'm slowly getting there. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.